Hey guys, Rock and Robo back with another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Hero Colosseum battle, this time against Sakura Hero, also Tribute Asylum as the gamer PSN name thing. Anyway, so this was a very long battle. As you can tell by the title of this video, this does actually go to what is called the final turn, which I didn't even know was a thing. My games usually end long before there's a final turn. Also, my strategy doesn't really change much throughout this entire match, so I'm speeding through all the abilities and all the sort of items and everything like that. Sorry, still feeling ill, which is why this is another post match recording. But to be honest, this time I wanted to use it a bit of a thank you to all of you guys who are watching right now. The last couple of months have been crazy. I've actually been doing YouTube for a couple of years now, sort of on and off. But the last couple of months I really got into doing Hero Colosseum matches. And in that time my subscriber count has doubled. It's at 141 I think at this point, which is just insane. The interaction with you guys has been amazing in the comments and on PSN as well. I've been talking globally on there. It's been really great interacting with you, and I'd like to thank you all. You've been amazing, your support. You've been liking the videos, you've been commenting. You know, it really is quite crazy, and I really do appreciate it. And shout out to everybody who's messaged me on PSN. Some of you messaged wanting games, some of you asked for advice. I mean, people asking me for advice on this game when there's people who have over 4,000 games. And I've got these new players coming to me to ask for tips. It's overwhelming how great your support has been. So truly, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know that sounds sappy and cliche and every other word you could think to describe it, but it's just how I feel. I just do truly appreciate it, and I hope you'll continue to enjoy any future sort of Xenoverse videos I put out. Please leave in the comments below any deck requests you want to see me use, any figures you want me to see me use. Don't get silly, I'm not going to start making normal decks, I'm not that good. But any other figures you want me to build decks around, just leave them below and I will certainly give it a go. But so that's that sort of done. All the thank yous once again. Shout out to specifically, I'm going to say to Unleashed. There's another YouTuber who does Xenoverse 2 stuff. He's amazing, go and check him out. Giving me some good advice, sort of been commenting on a lot of videos, and I've learnt a lot from his comments, so big thanks to him. But like I say, all of you, you've been amazing, so thank you. Let's keep this up. Currently at 141 subs, hoping to get to 150 by the end of the year, which I'm guessing is doable. But that'd be awesome. So anyway, on to this. So I've been messing around with this You Can't Kill Me deck for a couple of days now, and to be honest, it's been getting people to rage quit quite a bit. People don't seem to like the fact that they do no damage to my master, and any damage they do to my figures, Tapion goes and heals it. So it's been getting a lot of rage quits. This was actually a good example of a game where the person didn't rage quit in spite of everything. I mean, look at the damage I'm taking, it's ridiculous. And then Tapion heals it all back up. This deck is just, it's stupid. The only weakness it actually has is probably Beerus, and then putting like a Bardock in to buff him up, and run a Piccolo or something down the middle. Because I just can't see it all. Yeah, I'd say run Beerus on the right, Piccolo, Bardock behind down the middle. That's probably about the only thing you could probably do to this deck. Because Piccolo's got insane defense, Vados has insane defense, she's lowering you by 30% of your attack. And then Tapion here heals them up for 10% of their health at the end of the turn. It's stupid. This is very, very dumb how good this deck is, but I honestly wouldn't have thought to do it unless I was summoning to get the last few figures to finish the collection. So I have all 320 now. So if you want me to build a deck around a figure, just say it, because I've got it. The last one I got, ironically, is one I wanted for a long time. It was Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, the attack version. I'd gotten 5 of the crappy speed versions of that figure. That is an awful figure. That is the worst figure in the game. The attack figure, on the other hand, that version's quite good. I intend to run a deck around him, because I've got quite a nasty idea for him basically one-shotting pretty much anything. The problem with him is, because he has no speed or defense, if he doesn't go first and he doesn't kill whatever's in front of him, he's gonna die, because he hasn't got that much health either, so... I just heard the squeak as I sped that up. Oh my god, that's amazing. He threw a Broly in here this time, and that didn't do anything. Although that's the health version of Broly. Don't use the health version of Broly. Use the squishy one. He does loads of damage and he's very quick. Super Saiyan 4 Goku was being annoying, but that's kind of what he's built to do as a back-middle figure. Although, he was reducing my damage, but I wasn't taking any, because Piccolo, at this point, what is this? This is 3 turns. He's now had 3 buffs to his defense, which means he's got over 1,000 more health than he started with. He gets an extra 700 for going second, I think it is, and an extra 350 for being at the front. He's now got over 3,400 defense on turn 3, with Vados hitting the 30%. To their attack. It's ridiculous. Like I say, if you can survive the first 2 turns with this deck, it can't die. It just can't. Because people just can't damage me. Also, Tapion hits like a truck for an N figure. I mean, I know I have up second attack on him as his only character ability, because you can only get 1 on him. I really wish there was a better version of Tapion. The problem is, you've either got to increase his posing skill or change it, and you can't increase it because he already heals 10%. So let's say a rare, because he's an N figure, and a rare figure they buff it to, let's say 12%, which means rare would have to be about 15, super rare would probably have to be about 18, and ultra rare would be 20. Can you imagine getting a 20% heal to your team? Even if you weren't running a tanky team, 20% heal to your team every turn. Plus his stats would be so much better. Tapion would be, I mean, if you ran Tapion and Videl, you'd have like the 2 most OP figures in the game. Actually, Tapion, if he had a different trigger square, Videl and Vados, you'd have the most OP 3 in the game. I mean, it would just be ridiculous. So, that's the problem with them, I suppose, having a healer. They needed to make that... If they made his heal 5% as an N, then they really wouldn't have been in too many problems. Because it's easy enough to say, well, he does 5 as an N, 8 as a rare, 10 as a super rare, and then 15 as a ultra rare. And I think that would be okay. That's not too insane. Also, my opponent went with just 2 figures instead. I think at this point he just didn't know what to do, really, so he's just throwing down figures randomly. Because also, with this deck, because I run 2 ultimate gauge downs on sort of Piccolo and Vados, there's literally... They can't get their ultimate, and even if they could, Piccolo's giving them 5,000 defense to my master. This deck is just disgusting. It really is. And Vados does a surprising amount of damage, really, considering she's not the attack version. But there's a lot of figures that this game could really add. I didn't know Tapion was a healer until recently, actually. I never looked, because he was an N figure. I just got rid of him. But I didn't realise he was a healer until I pulled him recently and actually looked. But there's a few other figures I'd like to see. I want... One ability I want a figure to have, I think it would be quite a good one as well, would be it negates the ability of a figure directly against him. Now, the thing you'd have to do, really, is maybe make him the first, him or her, depending upon what figure it was. You would have to make that figure the first figure that could actually go on any of the front three positions. I just think that would be a good way, because that could counter out some of the abilities. So if you put him, say I put him on the left of my three, and then my opponent had a Vados, then he would cancel out her ability. I just think that would be a cool thing to have, rather than because it's very hard trying to counter abilities nowadays with all the figures that are in the game. Having a figure that could just negate an opponent's one could be quite cool. I think that would be one that would be good for like Baby or something. Just because it seems like something more of an intellectual, maybe, or maybe that because maybe he absorbs the ability. That would be interesting as well. He copies the ability instead. Although then you get teams running Vados and Baby, and it's all of a sudden you got 60% off your attack, and then you combine that with like a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and yeah, that's not going to work, is it? I'd say negate. We'll go with the negate, because otherwise that's a bit crazy. But I don't think there's any idea when the next update might come to Hero Colosseum. I assume it will come out with the DLC 8, but that's not coming out till next year, I believe, because of the Broly movie. But I want to see some more ultra rare figures for the movie villains as well. I want an ultra rare Janemba. Like, ultra rare Janemba would be insane. Because he's another one. His ability is freaking amazing at the minute. Imagine an ultra rare version of it. I mean, there's so many other characters they've got. You've got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta that could get in there as well. Super 17. You know, there's a few of the other Shadow Dragons like Nova Shenron. Ice Shenron could be quite a cool one to have as well, actually. I don't know. There's so many figures. Like that's something else as well. Say below any figures you'd like to see, and come up with some abilities, because I've got a few that I'd have for various figures. But I'd just like to hear your guys' opinions on them. I think they could do with another few figures like Android 18 and 17 have, and Trunks and Goten, where they power up together. Because that's quite cool, and it inspires themed decks as well, I think. Like, imagine if you had say if you had a Goku and a Vegeta in there, and their rivalry like increases their attacks but reduces their defense as they're trying to like outdo each other or something. Just seems like the sort of something interesting to try. Some figures need buffing though. There's some very good figures that just need a few changes, I think, to make them better. There's ones like Android 16. Nobody is going to use Android 16. He's an okay figure, but he needs to get changed. You could argue Beerus as well, because nobody uses Beerus. The thing is, it's only because he's now out of the game, really. He didn't used to be. The problem is, Vados came in, and that because of her attack reduction, yes, he hit pure damage, so your defense didn't matter. But at the end of the day, he's not doing that much damage. How do you fix him? Well, with all the figures at the minute have over 9,000 attack, I'd probably be tempted to just bump up his attack quite a bit, and that would counteract quite a lot of the problems with him. You could also, I don't know, Beerus is a hard one. Same with a few other figures. There's just, this game has such potential. To be honest, I reckon if I worked with, say, 3 or 4 of the main Hero Colosseum players, we could actually come up with a way that a developer could make a full game just on the Hero Colosseum, I reckon. I think we could, because there's so much potential here. If you add in different game modes, different maybe co-op things, you know, it would be quite interesting. But we don't even know if we'll get Hero Colosseum after Xenoverse 2, you know. Xenoverse 3, if it ever comes out, they may just not bother going for Hero Colosseum. Even though, to be honest, Hero Colosseum is all I play now. I've never fought an online match. I don't grind TP medals much anymore because I just use the Dragon Balls to summon Shenron and get like 200 TP medals. So every month I get 200 TP medals from them just giving me the Dragon Balls, so I'm just like, okay. I just play this because I love it, and yeah. It's because it's strategy, and I am, at heart, a strategy game lover. Admittedly, it could, like I say, it could do with some tweaks. I think a problem with this is too many luck-based things. Not that I'm biased at all, but I think the Spirit Bomb should get thrown straight into a dark pit and never be brought back. But, like I say, I might be a bit biased, considering if you look at my recent run of videos of how much the Spirit Bomb just loves me, doesn't it, you know? Have you noticed that? But, because you've got the Spirit Bomb, you've got counterattacks, and you've got your speed modifiers, all of which is relying on RNG. And I think 3 RNG mechanics in a game this size is too many. I think 2 of them would be fine, so I think I'd probably be tempted to take out counterattacks, if anything, to be honest. As much as I hate the Spirit Bomb because it just screws me over in every single game I ever play. But, like I say, that's another thing up for debate. I mean, I understand why the Spirit Bomb is there. It can bring you back into the game, but at the same time, by the time you charge your Spirit Bomb, yours or your opponent's O1 skills have probably kicked in, and that'll be enough to finish it for you, so... Yeah, I'm really original, aren't I? It's final turn, I think, now, isn't it? And I haven't changed my figures once. That's crazy. I've gone 8 turns and not changed a figure. And he's going to get Spirit Bomb, isn't he? No? No? But I didn't. I finished my round instantly every time. I ain't gotten a goddamn Spirit Bomb. Why does this game hate me so much? I think it's 8 turns, isn't it? Or is it 7? I don't know. I've not been paying attention. I'm just getting so mad at the Spirit Bomb again. I hate the Spirit Bomb. I hate it. I hate it so much. I never get the Spirit Bomb, and when I do, it's a turn too late, because my opponents launched it at me last turn and killed my figures because they've been reduced to half health. The Spirit Bomb can go to hell. You know? Nobody likes you. Well, certainly I don't. Oh no, this friggin' Spirit Bomb. I've lost so many games recently from the Spirit Bomb, it's ridiculous. Like, I've been ahead, and I've planned to go second on a turn, in full confidence that my figures have got enough health to survive, and then the Spirit Bomb comes in, whack, there goes half their health, damn, they're dead that turn. Yeah, go on Vados, hit me with everything you got. I want to run an alternative to this, and instead of Piccolo, run Merge Zamasu. Or no, actually. Nah, because that makes it too hard. No, I was going to... regular Zamasu, that was the one. But then you're relying on Zamasu not dying, and he's not very defensive, so I don't think that would work. I did actually lose Vados that turn. It took all the game, but I finally lost Vados. His ultimate gauge has gone up, doesn't matter, because I have Piccolo there, he's going to knock it back down. I feel sorry for him, because he's charged his ultimate gauge every turn, and every turn I've just been, nope. So, final turn, I've got my ultimate, so let's throw Jiren down and just end it with a bang. I get the feeling he knew, which is why he just threw Whis down the middle. Either that, or no, I kind of see what he was trying to do, I think. Maybe he was hoping I wouldn't go for my ultimate. I don't know. He got his Spirit Bomb first, did you see that? Have you seen this? Every turn, I finished first. He got his Spirit Bomb before me. What the hell is that crap? That is just so unfair. Why does the Spirit Bomb hate me? Why does it hate me? What have I done wrong? I just don't get it. I think the game just wants to test me and make me work harder for my victories. Because I can't think of one game in recent history where I've gotten my Spirit Bomb first. I mean, usually it doesn't get to that stage anyway. Because we've got sort of ultimate downers, but... Well, that battle's over. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already for more of my Xenoverse 2 Hero Colosseum videos. And I'll see you all next time.